Yo, what's going on everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video what I got going on for you guys is we're just doing another little reselling video. I haven't actually done a how-to one in a bit, but this video right here, no intro, no nothing really planned. We're just gonna really hop into it. I actually have though planned down a couple things discussing like what I will mention in this video, so I got that listed here. I didn't really focus at all, but if y'all want more content like this, again, feel free to subscribe and like down below. We got a lot coming up on the channel. Just stay tuned. Everything down below is there that you can check out. And yeah, I mean, that's everything I need to mention. Leave any questions you got down below. If you just want to comment something, feel free. I appreciate you guys. Road to 100K now since we just hit 50. I know I've mentioned the giveaway last few videos. It is coming. I'm going to get the post and everything ready today. I just didn't have time yesterday, even though it's Sunday, which is, you know, I was a little busy. But we're all good and got time now, so I'll definitely try and get something done today. And let's just kind of get started. So first things first, again, the main topic of this video is to discuss how you can make more money off sneakers and then reduce your losses. So this first tip is mainly for reducing your sneaker losses. But this could also be profitable in the future because this is a method I use a lot of the time. And it's just holding out your sneakers. Now, whatever shoe you may have bought for whatever price or whenever you bought it, sometimes, you know, I mean, it's pretty often actually, you'll see a sneaker drop in price and then, you know, you might be down on money on it. And of course, the best way to just resell sneakers sometimes is just to wait to sell it. It's not best to just immediately flip some of your shoes. Of course, we know this is a very basic tip, but if there's a shoe that you're unsure about, you know, it's maybe going close to retail price and you're like, you know, if it's already going for like this close of a price, that, by the way, I just want to say that was a loud moped, holy crap. But aside from that, if it's already going like a sneaker you got is going for close to retail and you're like, dang, this shoe's really cool. This is like, you know, I could see this being a lot more, worth a lot more in the future. Like if you have a shoe like that that's very cool, very unique or something like that, and you're like, man, this just not getting a lot of attention, just wait, hold it out long term. That's definitely one of those releases that'll be worth a lot more in the future. Like one I can name, for example, Nike SB Dunk High Gundam. I mean, those are going to be worth a lot more in the future just because of their uniqueness. Maybe not right now, of course, because people just don't really understand and know about them. I'm one of those people, of course. I'm educated on it, but I don't fully understand Gundam Unicorn. But later down the line, people be like, oh, dang, this shoe's super cool and unique. And I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that dropped. Nobody liked it. You know, it's crazy. So yeah, aside from that, just kind of my first basic tip, just get it out of the way. Holding a sneaker versus selling it in the moment sometimes will serve you best if you're just trying to make more money down the line, or if you have a shoe that you're like, dang, I'm not really up at all on this one, or I'm down on it. No reason to sell a sneaker for a loss. I mean, unless it's like a super brick and it will just never go up. I mean, there's very few sneakers like that though. Most shoes you'll at least be able to get your money back. So another tip too is just not selling through StockX. Those fees will kill you. Really. I'm kind of a hypocrite because I do it sometimes, but I still profit every time I sell to StockX by a lot. Like when I sell to StockX, it's just because my Instagram buyers are being too picky and I'm like, fine, I'll go get more here. Like it's crazy. I literally can get more from StockX sometimes than people on Instagram. It's like, what? But yeah, aside from that, another thing I want to mention too is reducing your shipping costs. Now, shipping is a normal thing I see that kills and absolutely kills most resellers' profits. Now, if you're a person, or if you are a person that mainly resells locally, then that's great. But if you're someone that mainly resells, you know, kind of online, virtually, you ship every single item pretty much that you get. First things first, I just kind of want to mention is that you should try selling locally. I mean, whenever I'm back in Charlotte, I almost only sell locally because I have so many people on my Instagram, my reselling Instagram, CLT Steals. Y'all can check that down below, but I got so many people there that are just in the local area, and especially if you're in a bigger city, kind of like, again, like a Charlotte, a New York, maybe like a Kansas City, you know, let me try and think of a couple others, you know, some spots in Florida, Cali. I mean, there's tons of places, you know, Fort Lauderdale's huge. That's one place I can name in Florida. So, you know, just any places like that. If you're in the general area where shoes are popular, of course, try and, you know, or just a generally populated area, maybe you should definitely try and looking into, you know, your local area, maybe making an Instagram resale account, seeing, you know, if you could find maybe like a, you know, maybe like a CLT, like if you're in Charlotte, maybe you can find something like a CLT Steals, or, you know, like a, let's, you know, look up a couple other usernames. Like you can go look at who I'm following if you're trying to find people in the Charlotte area. I pretty much only follow Charlotte people. That's my goal, you know, because again, that's a goal. You should try and make as many local connections as possible because you don't have to ship local goods. That's just another thing. That saves you like $10-15 right off the bat. But of course, I know I'm about to have some super mad resellers at me, but this is not no hidden tip. This is not no hidden advice. So I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna say this. because this isn't even the tip I use. I can't even give y'all the tip I use, and I apologize. So like I have someone other than a provider pretty much making my labels, which is straight. I don't even think what they're doing is too hidden. I want to figure out what they're doing so I can do it and then reduce my shipping fully on my own. But the main thing I would recommend again is pirateship.com. This is not sponsored or anything, but you all can check them out. Pirate Ship, or honestly just go on UPS. on their website. It's a little bit cheaper, I think, to go on their website on UPS instead of just going in person, and dropping off the package there. But one thing about pirateship.com is that they do again help you find cheaper labels for a lot of items, but you have to make sure whenever it's for your package you got the right dimensions and weight, or else you'll get charged more down the line for the shipping. So the main thing I'd recommend again is just you got to have like a ruler of some sort to tape measure, and you also got to have like a digital scale or something. I got a digital scale here that cost me like probably $50. It's perfect. It can weigh up to anything up to 50 pounds. So if I got 50 P's, I can measure it. It'll be all good. 50 pounds. But yeah, aside from that, that's just another thing I want to mention too. Just reduce your shipping costs, because I know it kills most people. And I just gave, oh man, I know some people gonna hate me for saying that website, but you know what? Hate me all you want. You can drop a dislike. I do not care. I will mention in the next video. And that tip's been known for like, I've literally been waiting 2 years to mention that, and I'm like, it's about time. I mean, it's pretty well known. It's not hidden. Like, you can look up cheaper labels and probably find it. Another tip I got too is if you have some items, maybe you're having a bit of trouble flipping off, or you're like, man, I'm trying to look like, let me see how I can make more profit from these items I got right here in front of me. Another tip I got right here is you should try and go and make a mystery box. Now, of course, I'd recommend trying to go and make maybe a good one that would actually benefit somebody, and hopefully you will still make a profit on that. Like, main thing with a mystery box item is it should be items you probably got for retail in there that you should be putting in the box, because it'll overall leave you more profit, but then also hopefully it'll benefit the person more down the line. You can make it any value, whatever it may be. You can sell people $100 mystery boxes, $500 ones, $1,000 ones, whatever it may be. I've usually found it's not too difficult to find people that will be interested in them. But the main thing is that you got to make it good. You don't want to make a bad mystery box. You got to make sure you're giving people fair items. Don't put a bunch of beat, used up shoes. People are not going to mess with that, and you will definitely not be getting any mystery boxes in the future. But if you're trying to sell off some items, make some more profit, reduce your losses, mystery box. Another tip I got too, this one's kind of obvious though, going for newer releases, the most hyped ones, the ones that just dropped. If you're able to have access to those newer releases, flip those ones off. Those are of course going to be the ones that people are more interested in right off the bat. They'll be the ones that people are like, oh, they'll be the ones you get more people swiping up in your story for, more people DMing you interested in. I just kind of want to notice, I always try and go for the newer drops. I mean, everybody does, and you should be too. But even when after new releases, I'm always trying to buy pairs sometimes, just get people interested, kind of show what I got coming in. I got a lot of stuff coming in on the way. Hopefully it'll start arriving soon. Honestly, I got a lot of pairs pending too. I just need some releases to drop, and then I'll have access to them. But aside from that, that's just another tip I got right there that can also kind of lead into this one right here. Another thing I got to is when you're mainly going for newer releases, I'm just gonna mention this real quick, my guys at Almighty Backdoor, buying bulk. I always buy bulk on new releases with these guys, the great backdoor group. I only wait like 2 to 4 weeks after releases to get my pairs, and it's really an awesome system, so I'm gonna keep using them in the future. That's how I buy bulk, but you can buy bulk off anybody. There's tons of resellers on Instagram. You can go on Facebook Marketplace, join some sneaker group chats. There's plenty of people selling bulk shoes there. Just of course always authenticate your shoes. And yeah, shout out my guys at Almighty. I've been mentioning it, 10 Great Fox on the way. Stay tuned. They are coming soon. Your boy put that money on those. I got them for $240 per. I'm overall up almost $700 on that play. So there you go. Just stay tuned for your boys. Buy and sell calls. We know what we're doing. But another tip I'm going to mention too, and sometimes I get a bit carried away and I don't actually use this own tip, but waiting 2 to 4 weeks to buy releases. Now, if it's a release I really like and I want a personal pair, I might go ahead and buy my pairs in advance. But the main thing I've also noticed is buying down when a sneaker is dropping price. So for example, a great shoe that could kind of fall in this place, the Lightning 4. You notice how this one's been dropping kind of over the last month, $30-$40. Now it's kind of finally settled out over the last week or so. I think it may have one more restock coming, but I think it might be it. Not too sure. We've still seen grade school sizes restocking a bit, but overall it will be a great hold. We know this. Just once the pairs stop dropping, we will see a lot of progress on them. So the main thing I've been doing is once they've been dropping in price, and since they have been dropping in price over the last couple weeks, I've just been buying more bigger size pairs and just kind of lowering my average in price. I think my average in price has now gone from $313 a pair to $292 a pair, which is still high, but I'm still buying pairs right now, so I'll probably be able to get it down to $280, maybe high $270s. And if I can do that for my Lightning 4 hold, I overall think that's ideal. I'd be great on that price because overall having multiple Jordan 4s in bigger sizes, adult pairs at under a $280 range for a hold long term, I think that leaves a ton of room for profit, because obviously this is a shoe that goes for more. But that's just another thing I'll recommend. Waiting 2 to 4 weeks to buy pairs after release, unless it is one you're just kind of, you really want to get your hands on. I understand that. And sometimes there are some sneaker holds, for example, Grey Fog, Dunk Low, other ones like that, 2 to 4 weeks after the release, you could have immediately bought that one and actually made some money on it. Lacer Orange Dunk Low, that's one that I immediately bought after the release, and that was a really great idea because, if I'd bought it a week later, I really wouldn't have made much money off that hold because that one pretty much rose in its first week a ton. So yeah, really looking into that. That's just kind of what I'm thinking about this one. And yes, just 2 to 4 weeks. Just wait some times to buy your pairs. That's all I can recommend, unless you want it. Another thing too is if you're someone that commonly secures FLX releases, or you're somebody that commonly hits on exclusive access, you should sell your orders or sell whatever items you get as pre-orders or as early pairs. That should be your goal. Now, let's say there was a recent pair of Jordan 1s, and they're doing pretty good right now in market. The early market's like 250, 300. Fairly common for some Jordan 1s, right? And you got exclusive access. So what your goal should be is if you got EA, you should be like, yo, got an early pair coming in, just put it at whatever the market is right now, or maybe put it like $10 below and be like, first come, first serve. Whoever gets this is a deal right now. And that's how you can definitely make more money on your shoes in the meantime. Because if the market at the time is 250, 300, and you post it at 245, someone will immediately take it at 225, no problem. And then let's say once everybody starts getting their pairs in hand after the sneakers release, the market on that shoe is now at, let's say, 210, 240. Look at that. You just made more money than you would have made if you waited until that shoe came in hand or until after the release. I see this happen very commonly. It's always better to sell your exclusive access pairs when you get them immediately in hand, unless it is one of those shoes that is just rarer, like some sort of special Dunk Low, maybe a Travis Scott Low, something like that. Like I already hit manually on sneakers for Travis Scott Low, so enough talking there. But if I had copped exclusive access on the Travis Scott Lows, I wouldn't have sold them. No way. Sell your orders as pre-orders in advance if you have early pairs, or you hit FLX. FLX drop happens before the sneakers release. Try and sell all your FLX pairs before the sneakers drop. You know what I mean. So that's the final thing I want to say. And the final two things I will mention, of course, is sell across multiple platforms. And then, of course, this one's just mainly for sneaker investing. I'm looking at my notepad to make sure I don't forget it right here. Just wait until the shoe, rises to buy it. That's the very easy thing, too. Just you can follow a shoe every day and then just wait until you start seeing it flatten out or until you see it start rising to buy it. I do this sometimes. I follow a lot of sneaker releases daily or pretty much, buy daily, buy weekly. And, whenever I see them starting to make some progress, I'll buy some more pairs of them. Of course, one example of this, I did make a video on these, but UNC4 grade school pairs, I remember at the time they used to go for 200 and then they all of a sudden went up to 250, 260 one week, and I was like, dang, I really should have been paying more attention on this one because I got a pair of those for retail I've still been holding. I got a lot of UNC4s I've still been holding. Those shoes are too clean, but honestly, when I get back home in about a week, since I'm about to be back home, I'm probably going to toe my size 10. I'm about to probably get that, put it on, add it to the collection. My 4 collection is on fire. I got to get the sneaker collection video in, but it's on fire. Those are my final tips right there. Just, of course, just wait until maybe starts rising to buy, and then sell across those multiple platforms. I'll name a couple right now. Make an Instagram resale account. Of course, you can go with something like eBay. You can go somewhere like Facebook Marketplace. You can go somewhere like Grail. They even have that there. You got StockX. You got Goat. I think there's an app called Alias. That's another one you can sell stuff on too. Again, mainly have higher fees, but you can sell there. You got sneaker stores in your local area. Take them there. Boom. Multiple locations. That's always the goal. Just trying to sell early. Wherever it is, wait to buy pairs. That's all my advice right there, and that's how you guys can make more money off your sneakers and reduce your sneaker losses. Of course, my main advice with whenever you have a shoe and you're down on it, just hold it out. Trust me. I've had shoes I'm down on that have been some of my greatest holds now because I've just been patient. Yeah, for example, I was down on UNC4s. Now I'm up like $300, $400 on them. So that's just all it takes, patience. So if you guys want more content like this was a longer video, but of course, feel free to subscribe and like down below. I got you guys right there. No like goal, none of that in this video. Just stay tuned. I do have stuff coming for the channel, coming on the channel soon. I got some work, I've been doing my boys at Secret Sauce and Almighty, so I appreciate both of them. We've been working hard. Those are my 2 favorite groups. I'm hoping we can stay collaborating together because, I see a lot of potential in both of them. And yeah, leave any questions, comments, concerns, whatever it may be you got down below. And remember, the key to sneaker reselling is patience. If you are patient, you will win. Let's just say I've taken my fair amount of losses, scams, L's, still taking L's. I just sold somebody a PS5 that I think got lost in the mail. So, you take L's. And the key to being a winner is patience. So we'll see y'all then in the next video, hopefully. Peace.